budget for next year. So the top line numbers look really, really strong. We have 3,129 applications as of today. That's 575 more than last year at the same time, 23% increase. So that is terrific. Unfortunately, the bulk of that increase, 330 of it, is coming through the SUNY application, most of it during the free application.
Yeah.
Those students aren't going to, most of them. So we still internally, though, have a 13% increase, and that's 240 students on our own application. So that's really strong. That said, I'm a bit concerned about the shape of the applications. Most of the growth is in programs we just don't have for the students. Aviation maintenance, we're looking out 3 semesters now in terms of fitting people into it. So that's an issue. The other issue is the local applications are flat or down. All of our 4 biggest feeders, Hyde Park, Poughkeepsie, Loppingers, and Arlington, are down. The only school in the county up significantly is Dover. Outside of the county, though, we have a lot of growth. In fact, the largest school number of applicants from any school is in Orange County, which is Newburgh Free Academy. So that's a great opportunity for Fishkill to really pull those students in, and we've been doing very well there. But it's a very different group, and likely a group that's going to yield fewer students, particularly the high school students this fall. Looking more positively, the adult applications continue to skyrocket. We've increased 50% in 3 years. It's very likely we'll increase substantially again next fall. Coming with that, though, is a move to more part-time. This spring is the first time in at least 15 years where we've had more part-time than full-time students. I don't think that'll be the case in the fall, but almost certainly be the case again next spring. So our numbers are going to go up in headcount higher than they are going to go up in credits and revenue. There are some other good signs that we're looking at where you'll see tonight there's a marketing RFP to get approved. We're about to do a big marketing push for the fall. A lot of that will be to adult students. So I think we'll be even in a better place. I think we can continue to climb the number of applications. The more we can get, even if yield is down, we should still be able to be up. And that spending on that, if we're not asking for any new money, that's all grant money or operating money that we already have. The other potential strong thing for fall is the healthcare science degree. That would be very popular. We have seen the other community colleges that have adopted this in the past 5 years have seen pretty immediate increases in enrollment. A lot of it is shifts from the general studies type programs, but there's also real increases with that. Unfortunately, that has not been approved by the state yet. It's been 49 days, right?
49.
49. Okay, so we're hoping to have that approved soon. We kind of need it to be as soon as possible so that we can market it. If we get that in the next couple of weeks, we'll be in a good place to market that program. As Dennis mentioned, we're concerned about the $300,000 for the housing and food insecure students. If we do not have that, that's almost a certain loss of 20 full-time students that we would not be able to support in the way we're supporting them now. So putting all this together right now, I'm expecting an increase next year, but pretty modest, 3% or so. It may be different depending on the term, but that's what we're probably going to be using as a baseline for the budget. Any questions?
Just a quick one. So out of county is a higher tuition rate than what in county is. So what you're saying that's not going to be enough, but we have more from county to offset.
Yeah, we'd be getting funds from those counties is what we'd be getting. So yeah.
Right. In other words, that's not enough to offset that our adult population is increasing part-time rather than full-time.
It's going to offset some of it. The other piece is if we're getting more from out of county, we also might help the residence hall considerably, assuming we get more from that group. So we might lose in the residence hall from the housing insecure students, but we might get more students from outside the area. Thank you.
That is it that we have on our workshop. Foundation. Sorry. But not the second page. Foundation, Mr. Costello.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, everyone. Gala has 12 new sponsors, totaling $47,000 for the 2026 Gala. Sponsorships are under 150, but totaling 47,000 more. 373 seats sold, is the way I'm reading this. We were awarded the Schlobock Fund for the Community Foundations of the Hudson Valley for $8,000 to support DCC's first infant child care program, expanding evening hours to include childcare from 6 to 10 p.m. We also received notice of a significant state gift for to come in the future on that. It's very.
Dr. Jordan and I talk about several times. Moving on to the association.
We don't have reporting, at least 11.
All right, now. Meeting, I have a motion to adjourn. Motion. Those in favor? All right, you guys okay going right into our board meeting? Perfect. I'm gonna call our March 24th meeting to order. Monticello, please call the roll.
Mr. Frank Casella,
Present.
Mr. Steve Caswell, Ms. Dara Clapp,
Here.
Mr. Michael Dupree,
Present.
Ms. Angela Pleasant,
Present.
Ms. Lisa Gardy, Mr. Evis Kuzma,
Present.
Mr. Michael McCormick,
Here.
Ms. Linda Pratt,
Here.
Mr. Ryan Shook,
Here.
quorum present.
Here's that.
All right, join me in the pledge of allegiance. I.
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I have a motion to approve the agenda as published.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. No one signed up for public comment tonight, so moving on to consideration of the minutes from February 24th. Did everyone have an opportunity to review them? Any corrections needed? Thank you. All those in favor? Aye. Thank you very much. Academic and student affairs.
All right, we met on March 11th via Zoom, and we listened to Adriana Greco, PSO Chair, and Matthew Palmatier, PSA Chair, who provided the committee with an update on their shared governance body. And I just want to say, it's always a joy to listen to both of those people. Adriana is the most upbeat person I can met in my life. Just fabulous, and he is too. It's nice. Chrissy Mitchell provided the committee with a presentation on model classrooms for flexible teaching and learning. Dr. Raymond Houston updated the committee on faculty promotions and sabbatical leaves, and we were reminded of upcoming dates. And yes,
Thank you very much. Board policy.
With policy, we also met on March 11th via Zoom. We want to go over a revised policy on travel reimbursement for job applicants. This policy was reviewed by the committee and a decision was made to revisit the policy in April for the discussion. Second item, we had policies for future review. The committee discussed the film site location policy and AI policy. College plans to bring forward these policies in the coming months. After review has been completed by members and shared governance. We conclude the meeting, reviewing important dates and reminders.
Finance and facilities.
The Finance and Facilities Committee met on March 9th. The committee was provided with a presentation on the fiscal year 2025 audited financials, which you all saw, like. Dennis Totino discussed in full detail all the resolutions being brought forward at tonight's board meeting. The committee reviewed all the notes from the facilitator following the board retreat held on February 28th. Dennis Totino provided the committee with finalized meeting dates with the county executive to review CC's capital projects and operating budget. And then the committee as well was, it concluded its meeting by reviewing report needs.
And I'm gonna remind you for your own, I'm gonna remind you for your own benefit, the only thing that you have to read is the first whereas and then the resolve.
I not before the meeting. I didn't hear anaphylaxis. I was like, I don't want to.
I remind you, because there's a lot of reading that you have to
Thank
do.
you. Okay.
So resolution 2026-40, we offer the following resolution and then its adoption, whereas bid RFB DCC 126.0026 was duly advertised and requested for the sports field improvements. Resolved that the base bid one received for the sports field improvement project in accordance with the specifications be awarded to Cerrone Construction, Brewster, New York, in the amount not to exceed $2,183,183. Sorry, $2,180,367, and I can eat. And that's right, is there a second?
Second.
Thank you. Any discussion on that? Saying none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution carries.
All right, resolution 2026-41. Whereas we offer the following resolution and move its adoption. Whereas the capital projects being legalized for the funding of the campus transformation project design were approved by the Board of Trustees on resolutions 2024-10 Hudson Hall interior reconfigurations for $3,666,000. 2025-16 CBI interior restack and reprogramming design for $1,975,000, and 2026-03 Dutchess Hall renovation and addition design for $3,219,000. Resolved that the resolutions 2025-16 CBI interior restack and reprogramming design for $1,965,000, and 2026-03 Dutchess Hall renovation and addition design for $3,219,000 are hereby rescinded, and be it resolved that the following project, capital project, is hereby authorized and approved in the amount indicated below. Campus transformation project design, $8 million. If I can just go right to the resolve. Further resolved that this resolution be forwarded to Dutchess County Legislature for its consideration. Do I have a second?
Second. Any discussion? Something we've certainly been talking about for a long time, right? This resolution. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Very much. Next resolution.
Okay, so where we offer the following resolution and move its adoption, whereas Dutchess Community College is requesting a capital project for the campus transformation project construction management services with a total estimated cost of $4,731,679, and resolved that the following capital project is hereby authorized and approved in the amount indicated below. Further resolved that this resolution be forwarded to the Dutchess County Legislature for its consideration. Do I have a second?
Second.
No discussion. All right. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution carries.
Resolution 2026-43 offers the following resolution and moves its adoption. Whereas proposals were duly advertised and requested for construction management services for the campus transformation project on RFP DCC 0726. Resolved that the contract for construction management services for the campus transformation project be awarded to Accenture Infrastructure and Capital Projects LLC in New York, New York, in the amount not to exceed $4,731,679. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution carries.
Resolution 2026-44 offers the following resolution and moves its adoption. Whereas Dutchess Community College
Board of Trustees has a responsibility to conduct business according to prudent, professional, and accepted practices. Resolved that based upon the recommendation of the Finance and Facilities Committee, the Board of Trustees hereby accepts the independent auditor's report for the fiscal year 2024 to 2025. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion?
Great work.
Yeah, definitely. Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And the final Finance Committee resolution, Resolution 2026-45, offers the following resolution and moves its adoption. Whereas requests for proposals for marketing and communication services for fall 2026 enrollment campaign were requested on RFP DCC 1426. Resolved that the contract for marketing and communication services be awarded to MNA Creative Inc. DBA College APP from La Canada, Flint Ridge, California, in an amount not to exceed $300,000. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed, resolution carries. Thank you very much. So that's.
That was good.
The water, like, you know,
That was good, you guys.
It's hard to read a lot of
5 minutes.
that's hard to bear. All right, Mr. Dupree.
The Personal and Community Relations Committee met on St. Patrick's Day, a week ago from today. We first received legal updates on various cases that we are involved with. Tonight earlier, we learned that Stuart Waxman's partner in TEWPM becoming of counsel. I want to thank him for his service personally because I helped bring him in way back when. He's been our union negotiator and labor lawyer ever since that time. I think it's been 8 years since then. He's been great. Our resolutions involve effective promotions, sabbatical leaves, and agenda to Dr. Peter Jordan's contract. We reviewed all the paperwork that go into faculty promotions, and I want to thank all the groups that worked so hard to provide that information to us to move those names forward, as well as all the information that was reviewed for the sabbatical leaves. Only one of the two was approved. There's a title change reviewed for Stephen Tuttle, going from CSA to do. We also reviewed labor management updates, including that the CSEA contract was resolved. We still have ongoing issues with the work construction case and a few other impact marketing issues. That was the extent of the discussion. I'm prepared to move forward on the resolutions. First resolution is 2026-46. Be it resolved that based upon the recommendation of the president of the college, the following faculty members are promoted in rank effective September 1st, 2026. We're assistant professor to associate professor Philip Darcy, Department of Mathematics and Computer Science, Tom Winship, Department of Business, Aviation, and Construction Professions, from associate professor to full professor Margaret Craig, Department of Performing Visual Arts and Communications, Catherine McGuire, Department of Business, Aviation, and Construction Professions, and Sarah Taylor, Department of Mathematics and Computer Sciences. So, thank you.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And certainly congratulations.
Thank you. Now for resolution 2026-47 and move its adoption. Be it resolved that based upon the recommendation of the president of the college and dependent upon resources of the 2025-2026 budget, the following members of faculty are granted sabbatical leave for the time period they indicated. Catherine Espinosa, Associate Professor, Department of Allied Health and Biological Sciences, fall semester 2026, half year at full pay.
Second. Yep. Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Any opposed, resolution carries.
Congratulations, Catherine, and good luck on finishing up your PhD. Last, this is a resolution that will alter to amend to Dr. Jordan's contract. In the original contract, we would provide term life insurance policy. It turns out the expense of providing that was sort of astronomical, so instead we're going to be taking over some of the payment with stipend for it to subsidize the cost of the whole life policy. It's actually less expensive than what it would be to term life. When we offer resolution 2026-48 and move its adoption, whereas the employment agreement by between the college and the president provides the term life insurance policy for the death benefit of $500,000 payable to the president, that to be as beneficiary. Be it resolved, the Board of Trustees of Dutchess Community College hereby approve the addendum to the employment agreement with the Dutchess Community College present here, dated March 24th.
Any discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor, vote indicate by saying aye. Any opposed, resolution carried.
Thank you, Chair.
Moving on to the report of our student trustee.
Hey, everybody. Well, students just returned back from spring break this week, and it was a pretty cold one. Now that everybody back is on campus, things are starting to pick up again as we move toward the later part of the semester. The Mystic Aquarium trip in Connecticut has already been sold out. That shows there is still strong interest from students getting off of campus and doing things together. For many of our students, especially commuters, these trips give them a chance to connect outside of class. Looking ahead to April, Paul Kleba and Persona cards will be returning to campus, which usually draws a good crowd and it's interactive and fun. The campus activity board will also be hosting bingo night on April 16th. Preparations are also underway for the SGA informal formal, and as of this morning, there has been 11 tickets sold. For Earth Day on April 21st, Keith Marks and his band will be returning to campus. Several community organizations will also be tabling at the event, including the United Nations Association and the Walkway Over the Hudson. And the Nursing Club will be hosting a blood drive as well with the New York Blood Center on April 13th, which is always a meaningful opportunity for students to get back. The Anime and Gaming Club will also host the Falcon Expo on April 18th, bringing together students who share interest in gaming and pop culture. I was also able to attend the community update hosted by Family Services, where Gabby Petito's father was a keynote speaker. He spoke about the warning signs of domestic violence and the importance of awareness, and with some of the recent events happening in communities outside of PCC, it's a reminder of how important it is that people stay informed and know what those signs look like. On the student government side, there has been a few updates. The student government election process is currently underway with elections scheduled for April 21st through the 23rd. And the Turning Point USA Club went through the appeal process and has now been approved as a recognized student club organization. The decision clarified that the recognition of the club does not represent or endorse its views, but the students have the ability to organize on campus under the same policies that apply to other clubs. Student government also voted to contribute $85,000 towards the construction of the new turf field, which supports the athletics and recreational opportunities for the students. Overall, the campus feels pretty active right now, and we move toward the later part of the academic year. It's good to see students staying involved on campus. Thank you.
Question for you. Do you have other candidates for your position?
Not yet, no.
You set a high standard.
Yeah.
I think I scared him off a little bit.
This means yes.
I was gonna say, you say a holdover after the
You know, fine. We're good with that.
Yeah.
promise.
Yeah, all good.
All right, thank you, Ryan. Another great report from our great student trustee. So whoever, decides to run for your position and wins, you have to like onboard them and train
I'm
them.
actually
I
creating
want
a
like,
little guidebook.
or
for
Ryan.
Yeah.
What could be better?
And it's OAC branded too, Outdoor Adventure. It's a little field book for them.
You have to set the bar so high. All right, moving on to my report. DCC hosted a specialized BSN transfer fair on March 2nd. This targeted transfer event provided our nursing students with a unique opportunity to discuss future educational plans with several institutions at one time. As a reminder for everyone, every nurse in New York State needs to obtain their BSN within 10 years of graduation. So obviously having a seamless transfer process is really important for our students. The DCC men's basketball team secured the championship with a 87-64 win over Monroe Bronx, which then earned the team a number 7 seed in the national tournament. The DCC Counseling Center and DCC Student and Human Services intern Yvette Rodriguez began a student parent support group on March 10th. This 6-week series, supported by the JAT Foundation, is a supportive, peer-based group designed to provide connection, validation, and shared experiences for students who are parents. Frank talked about the DCC Foundation already. Want to congratulate Taylor Morrow, who successfully defended her thesis and earned her PhD in instructional design and technology. We have 5 CSTEP students who submitted their research abstracts and were accepted for presentation at the SUNY Undergraduate Research Conference, which will be held on April 24th at SUNY Upstate Medical Center. So we look forward to them taking part in that very exciting time. DCC hosted Math Counts, Dutchess and Ulster chapter competition on February 28th. Middle school students from 3 regional school districts, Ravensburg, Fallsburg, and Rhinebeck, competed in a series of rigorous and engaging math challenges designed to promote problem solving, collaboration, and mathematics, and obviously expose them to DCC. I want to recognize 3 of our JCC students who have been announced as winners of the 2025-26 Vanguard Awards on excelling in a gender non-traditional field of study. These are Maria Garcia Martinez in engineering science, Deborah Lundy in architectural technology, and Jasmine Thompson in aviation science pilot. There are only 8 statewide winners, and DCC was the only school to have more than 2 students awarded this honor. So that is the end of my report. I look forward to seeing everyone at the gala on Saturday night.
Chantal is sold out. See?
They had to close the tickets then.
Yep.
Wow.
Actually, that, excellent.
Very exciting.
It was new as a Friday. So.
I have many elected officials calling me today, where are my tickets? I'm like.
All right.
Act earlier next time.
Exactly. The president, a hot commodity.
Thank you, Chair Fletcher. I want to start by saying that on March 12th, we fully executed the 2 contracts, the full-time and part-time unit collective bargaining agreements. I want to take this moment to thank the negotiating teams, both Duke's negotiating team and the college's negotiating team for the countless hours that they put in and the dedicated work that they did. And thanks to Stu Waxman for his support and leadership in guiding our efforts as a college. Also, we want to congratulate Dr. Houston and members of the Promotion and Tenure Committee, as well as members of the Professional Staff Development Committee for the work that they've done in bringing forward 5 worthy candidates for promotion. You heard the resolution read earlier, and 1 candidate for sabbatical this fall. Also want to announce and celebrate Thomasine Oliphant, who will receive the Dutchess County Regional Chamber of Commerce 40 under 40 Mover and Shaker Award this year. So congratulations to Thomasine. We will be, you heard from Dennis about the budget process as it relates to this board. That is the fiscal year 27 budget process. In addition to what Dennis outlined, we will be having conversations with county legislators on both the capital budget request for the campus transformation project, as well as the fiscal 27 budget proposal that will come to this board first. So on April 7th, we've invited members of the county legislature to tour the 3 facilities that are part of that campus transformation here at our Dixie campus. On April 9th, we will be meeting with the legislative budget and finance committee to talk about some of the things that Dennis spoke earlier about in terms of those things affecting the 27 budget proposal. On April 13th, we'll meet both with County Executive Severino and her leadership team on the transformation project. And that evening, we will present to the full board on that, the legislative board that is on that project. And then on April 16th, we'll be meeting with County Executive Selena and her leadership team on the proposed fiscal year 27 budget. Finally, I want to shout out the small but mighty student activities team led by Matt Hanlon. I think our student trustee took my thunder, but that's quite okay. He talked about many of the things that I would talk about, including the many trips that students took this year. There were over 16 excursions and different trips that students got to take. There were 6 fundraising events, 2 new clubs added. You heard about Turning Point USA chapter, but there's also a new architecture club here at DCC. The regular mindfulness and well-being visits with Charlotte, the therapy dog, who visited my office because I needed consoling at one point, and I didn't even know it until Charlotte showed up. I also want to commend the SGA, but also student athletics for their contributions, along with the DCC Foundation, to the completion of the multi-purpose turf field that will include both soccer and baseball as well. So congratulations to our small but mighty student activities team for a job well done last year, this year, and in years to come. I have to say that as Ryan pointed out, the energy and the effort, the kind of enthusiasm and spirit that exists on campus around student engagement is really terrific and a real hobby. So thank you, Ryan. Thanks to our student activities team. That's it for my.
A lot going on.
Yeah.
Any other business to come before this evening?
Yeah, I mean, I just wanted to point out that we had a really great state of the college address report. And thank all the faculty and staff, as well as faculty that showed up, staff that put it together, Peter for running your. I think that was the first time we had that, wasn't it? Was it before? I missed it before, and that was last. Okay, I missed last year's, but it was nice to see. It was good to see all the leadership coming from the county to support the institution. So thank you.
As its students were just.
It was great.
Including somebody over there. But it format was great.
And the skewers were gone 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even get it.
Yeah.
Joya, please.
You have no idea. It was my fault.
Everything.
Yeah.
Any other business that does not involve yours? All right, just a reminder, BCC will be hosting the New York Community College Trustees meeting at the end of April, right before the board meeting, so of course, a lot of people lining up. On that Friday, the 24th, I believe. And then our next meeting is April 28th. And nothing's further.
Sure, you could just send out the agenda, the draft agenda to board members.
No,
Okay, so we'll do that next week.
okay. Just, if you do plan to attend, you have to register, okay? So either
Oh,
click the link,
Yeah.
you're on it already.
I am,
Yeah.
okay, good.
Good job.
Either
That's
click the
the-
link or let me know and I can reach out.
That's the thing we got like 2 days ago.
Again.
Again.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
You're right, I did register for it, I remember now.
I'll get right on.
Yeah, you're not.
Angela took off,
Feel free to send me a text. I did.
Angela took off the day for this.
I did.
We're both gonna be there.
I took it
Yes.
out.
Nerds.
Represent.
All right. Nothing else? One last call. All right, next meeting, April 28th. I have a motion to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Thank you, Chair.
Joanna.
Yeah.
Good. Dinner.
No, no. Yeah.
We